recorded. So at the top, March 2nd, 2021, and you can look up at the board. We know that's where our date is.
So boring.
And you can write the date however you want, because we have learned that there are some different ways we can write our date.
And then.
But me, I don't know.
Yeah, Mason, you probably don't know. There's different ways we can separate the month,
You can do it
the
like a
date, and the
period.
year. Now, we are going to take Dr. Seuss's most famous book, The Cat in the Hat. So, we're going to take his most famous book, and we're going to practice the story elements. Yesterday, you all listened to this book on the read aloud. So up here it says title. We're going to put in our best handwriting, the cat in the hat. Now I did not capitalize in and the because those are not important words.
Oh, you're supposed to calculate cat. No.
Hat is important.
I don't
The is the very first word, so of a title, that is always capitalized, and cat is important.
My seat was so good. I kind of missed a little one. Can I put my name on the bottom?
You already did.
Now, we're going to work from the top and go down. So the very first thing is when we are looking at a story, and you're an author always has to come up with the characters of the story. So I want you to think back to the story, The Cat in the Hat. You heard it yesterday, and you've probably heard it many times. Who are the characters in this story? John.
The kid, the fish, and thing one and thing two, and the cat in the hat.
Okay, so let's start with the first one you said. You said the kids. And there's a couple kids. So let's just not write kids because I think Dr. Seuss gives them names. What are the names of the kids? Wyatt, Nick, and Sally. So that's the two kids. Nick is the boy, Sally is the girl. So I know there's not much room in here, but you're going to write in your best second grade handwriting, nice and small, Nick, N-I-C-K. And then you're going to write somewhere else in there, Sally, S-A-L-L-Y.
Oh, what is
You don't have to worry, spell Ann.
I watched the movie.
Now, we have the two kids, they're the characters, but we also have a few more characters. And I know John said a few more, but who else? Lewis?
The cat in the hat.
The cat in the hat. So let's just put the cat. Okay, we know it's the cat in the hat, but I don't think we're going to fit all that in there.
Hat.
So let's just put cat.
Miss Murphy, where you put cat hat?
Who else? Aria? Thing 1 and thing 2. So we're going to have to kind of squeeze that in here. Thing, T-H, and then king of ing. And then underneath I can just put thing 2. Oops, I have room for a couple more characters.
Can you do like just thing 1 and then use
And then an and put 2. That'd be fine. I think you can write both out though.
Okay, I don't have that much room, so I'm erasing mine.
Might have to write a little smaller.
Mine is
So I'm erasing because I didn't have any room.
Hey, I know you guys can write small and neat.
I do the same thing as you.
Okay, 2 more characters for sure. Mason,
The mom.
the mom. Yeah, because at the very end of the story, or at the beginning, there's the mom.
And at the end.
way, M-O-M.
Yep, Mom. M-O-M.
Mario.
There's one more character.
Miss Murphy.
Put up your mask, please.
Miss Murphy, I said
Is that you, Alex?
0.
Carla, who's the other character?
The
The
fish.
fish. We're missing the fish.
Another one.
Who else?
The mom's friend or something like that.
Oh, because I think at the beginning she's going to her mom's friend's house. You're right, but really not a character. She's just going to her
Know
house.
who that person is.
Yeah. So we just kind of want the main characters of the story.
Go to work like she does in a realistic movie.
Okay. Does everybody have these characters?
Yes.
If you do, give me a thumbs up.
Yes.
Remember, I'm going to have to move this up and the top part's going to disappear.
I still got room before I go.
Give me a thumbs up when you're ready to move on.
Everyone's going. No,
John and Brian and Melissa. Braylon, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see them. Brooklyn, are you done?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them. Okay, all right, Mrs. Murphy's gonna move it up. Now, after the author comes up with the characters, they come up with a setting. So where is this book taking place? Where is this happening? Most of this whole book. Braylon, what do you think?
Inside house.
Inside a house. And whose house do you think it is?
Probably Nick and Sally.
Nick and Sally's house. Don't you think it's their house?
Yeah, Mom.
And mom and dad too, right? Of course. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess we don't know if there's a dad, but
That house looks like that house looks like the same house in Green Eggs and Ham.
yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now,
With a fox?
so let's put Nick and Sally's house. So we're gonna put in this settings band on the hat. We're gonna put Nick, N-I-C-K,
N-I-C-K.
and Sally's. Now I'm gonna put a Y after Sally with apostrophe S because they're owning the house. And I know we've talked about that before. It's their house. And of course mom's for sure too. And maybe a dad. We don't know if there's a dad, but for sure the mom.
I know there's not.
Nick and Sally's house. That's where the setting is. This is where the book is taking place.
S-A-L-L-Y.
You remember, like in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, they say N-I-C-K. I don't know.
I think it's
M-I-C.
M-I-C-K-E-Y because they're spelling Mickey instead of it. And they put an M for
Yeah.
Mickey. Yeah, very similar.
Mickey and Mickey.
Now, as you get done writing your setting, I want you to think. When the author has the characters, the setting, they have to have something that happens at the beginning of the story. So what is the first thing that happens at the beginning of the story? Addie, what do you think?
Well, we're just sitting in the house and they're complaining that it's too wet to go outside.
Yeah, you're right.
I picked the mom too.
All right. So Addie's right. They're sitting in the house and kind of complaining because they're saying all we could do was sit. So they're kind of complaining because they did not like it. Not one little bit, right? They didn't like it at all. So they're just sitting because it's too rainy. So in the beginning, we could
All
say,
we do is just sit all day.
right. So in the beginning, should we say Nick and Sally?
Sit all day.
You want to say, you could write, I'm going to let you pick if you want to write sit all day, or it's rainy, so they're sitting in the house all day. Maybe that's, I'm going to say it,
All we do is sit
It
all
is.
day.
rainy,
All we do is
so
always.
the kids,
I spell is backwards.
sit. But you can make it your own. but just make sure that you know that the kids are bored.
Oh.
A-L-L-L. And I'm gonna add a little bit more to mine because I heard Mason say all, and I like that all day.
No, I said all we do is sit, sit, sit.
Well, actually, they're not sitting all day thinking about it.
No, we are. No, we're
Because
not.
what happens?
The cat comes.
They trash the
Boom,
But
place.
I like how you're saying all they do is sit, sit, sit. Is that what you're writing, Mason?
Sit,
I like that.
sit. No, that's what I did. All we do, that's mine.
That's fine. Okay, now, that's at the beginning of the story. Now, the middle of the story is where all the action happens. This is where the author wants you to get excited and interested in the book. Because this, at the beginning, would be very boring if all the kids did was sit all day and we didn't learn anything more. So, what happens in the middle of the story? Brooklyn, what do you think?
I know exactly what happened. The cat walks in like this with his umbrella, like, and then he's like, "Hello, kids."
No, it isn't.
Okay.
It's like,
So the cat comes in. Ellie, can you add to it a
Walking
little
so
bit more?
fancy, like,
Done. She's right. Brooklyn says the cat comes in, but there's a little bit more to it. What happens also?
no, I forgot.
What does the cat do throughout the book? What is he doing? Arya?
he's carrying, you know, the stuff, and then after this, he spills it all, and then the house is a mess.
If the house is a mess. And Raylan, what else? I heard you kind of say something.
He makes the house like a mess.
He makes the house a mess. Is he
Makes
kind of
the house
causing
trash.
trouble?
And then he comes in and cleans it up.
And that's at the end, right?
Trash.
So,
He
you're right. So we can say in the middle, the cat
Trash.
comes, and I think he causes trouble, right? He
Yeah.
makes the house a mess. So you can say he makes the house a mess, he causes trouble. I'm gonna put that, but you can put whatever one you want.
I'm putting these colors.
I'm so cold.
Make sure you put the cat.
No, there's no call.
He makes trouble. Can we put a little bit of the upper page?
Oh, I
Just to make it more realistic.
Like
He's
that.
got trouble.
This would be no, like instead of the cat, and then you could make the rest of
No, the cat
exclamation.
makes.
This egg looks like a bee.
Okay, I'll fix that.
This where the hay spelled
And there's a mystery on
causes your see
Wait, isn't it? I forgot. Oh yeah, C-U-S-E. C-U-S-E.
trash.
Okay, when you have these three, the starting, the beginning, the middle done, give me a thumbs up so we can move on to the last one.
No, I'm not. I know exactly what one. He makes the house dirty. I bet I could fit it.
Wyatt, are you done? Okay, thumbs up so I can see. Libby, are you done? Thumbs up? Okay, I see all thumbs up. Let's go on to the last one. The very ending
I know exactly
of
what
the
happened.
story.
It says name on the
And it does say name at the bottom, but we're not there yet. We're gonna do the ending first. So at the very end, what happens at the very end of the story? So the cat in the hat causes trouble. What happens now? It makes a mess. Riley?
He cleans up the mess.
The cat in the hat cleans up the mess. And what else?
Oh, the
What?
fish says, clean up the mess, But the cat says, I don't want to. I still want to play. I think.
Right. So the fish throughout the book is warning the kids, right?
Yeah, he's like, no,
He's
no.
the little warner. Like,
And
he's warning them.
this is what the beginning he said. No, go. Your mother's not here, so you should go. You should never let anybody in this household.
Yeah. So he's warning them. Raylan?
And his mom. And your mom.
And the mom comes home at the very end. So I think we need to put that. So we can say at the end,
Mom
who
comes
cleans up the mess?
Mom.
The cat in the hat cleans up the mess.
I said he comes and cleans up the mess.
Perfect.
I said he
If you don't know how to spell calm, I don't know what you.
actually cat in the hat's nice.
I'm also going to put 2 sentences. I'm going to say mom comes home because that's an important detail in the story.
I don't have
When
to.
your mom comes.
Mom comes home at the end.
No fig, you get to go off the
You
line.
can go out. I stayed in there.
I know.
You can do the same. And if you go out, it's okay.
Well,
'Cause I know
we
it's a
can
lot.
zoom in and we can.
But my paper, if I had to write on it, I could do the same. All right, when you're done, then the bottom thing is the easy one, the name. So you'll write your name, nice and neat.
My mom's already done, so I can just go.
This is pretty.
Okay, so as you can see,
At the beginning, it was kind of like bumpy. Yeah, look at it.
here, get your pencil.
What does the cat in the hat look like on the
As you can see, this book had all the elements that it needs to have in order to be a story. It has to have characters, has to have setting, has to have a middle, beginning, and an end to the plot. It's called a plot.
This is
And then at the end, there's usually, hopefully, a solution. We have a problem in the middle. The cat in the hat comes and causes trouble and makes a mess. In the end, the cat ends up cleaning it up, and the mom comes home. And at the end of the story, remember yesterday you had to tell Mrs. Murphy for your attendance? What would you do if your mother asked you? So, at the end of the story, I really like how Dr. Seuss asked that question and made the readers, you guys and me, think, what would you do? Okay? All right, we are going to put these in your journals. Okay, so let's have the boys look at your journals first. Good. If you wanted to, you can, but do it very, very, very lightly. Just red.